Okay, next scene. Whoa, that was not a nice scene either. Do you remember that one? Oh, look who's coming right there to be in the spotlight. Yes. Well, I wasn't very happy with you, you should know. Yes, because you stung me. That is not nice. So our little friend right here, the bee, came, the bees, right? It was the whole family right there. The bees came and they stung me, you remember, on my arm? I got stung. Yeah, that was really unpleasant, really itchy, really unpleasant and itchy, yeah? I was scratching and scratching because it was itching, yeah? And actually, you know, I said that the bees were there, but come to think of it, it might have been wasps, right? It's not exactly the same thing because bees make honey. Do you remember our number video? Where we had B3. Yeah. Do you remember that video where we had B3? Yeah. Well, the bees make honey. And I don't think this was a bee, I think it was a wasp. Are you a bee or a wasp? Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. So anyway, I got stung. Okay, so let's say Gael got stung. Oh, Gael got stung. Gael got stung. Gael got stung. And it was itchy. 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 Yeah, it was itchy. And so what was I doing? It was so itchy that I was scratching like a cat or a tiger. Ah! I was scratching. Yeah, scratching. So say, Gael was scratching her arm. Her arm. Yeah, this is my arm. And I'm going to say her arm, talking about me, right? So, Gael was scratching her arm. Her arm. Gael was scratching her arm. This one is a little long, isn't it? Let's do it again. Gael was scratching her arm. Gael was scratching her arm. Gael was scratching her arm. Again, Gael was scratching her arm. Okay, very good. All right, so the next scene was... Oh, we were so happy eating, having a picnic. It was so nice. No bees yet, no dinosaur yet. It was really nice and we were having a good time. It was pleasant. It was enjoyable, right? So we were eating and singing and having a good time. Yeah. So you can say Gael and Olivia were eating. Gael and Olivia were eating. They were eating. They were eating. Go ahead. Again, they were eating. Okay, very good. Very good. Next. Ah, that was good. That's when everything was fixed, no more problems. We had gas again and we could drive back home. Yeah, the car was working again and we could drive back home. So that was at the very end actually. And you can say, they drove back home, right? We went back home, we went back to our house. So they drove back home. They drove back home. They drove back home. Once again. Okay, one more time. They drove back home. Okay, very good. And now let's see if you can describe this scene. Okay, so that was when Olivia was filling the tank. Filling the tank, yeah? The tank is the place in the car where you're gonna pour the gas, yeah? This is the container for the gas. It's called a tank. 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 Okay? And so then you have to fill it up with gas, yeah? Usually not with a watering can. That wouldn't be the right option. Usually you go to the gas station, okay? But in that case, I couldn't move the car, I couldn't drive it, we were out of gas. And so Olivia took her bike all the way to Canada. All the way to Canada, you guys. Can you imagine? From Spain to London to Canada on her bike. That's pretty impressive, you guys. That's why it's called the picnic adventure. It was a huge adventure. But so anyway, Olivia went all the way to Canada and back to get us some gas. Yeah, and so then she filled the tank up with gas. So Olivia filled the gas tank. Olivia filled the gas tank. Olivia filled the gas tank. She filled the gas tank. All right, so now that we have reviewed all those scenes, let's see if we can put them back in the right order, right? Because this movie, this adventure, didn't start with lots of running. And it didn't end with filling the tank, right? Things happened in a sequence. So let's put them back in the right order. Are you ready? All right. So how did it start? How did the picnic adventure start? Look at the scenes. See if you can figure it out. The very first scene was in the kitchen. Remember, we were in the kitchen. And what did we do? What were we doing? We were preparing our lunch. We were preparing our lunch or our picnic, you could say, yeah? So you'd say, you, yeah, Olivia and Gael. So for you, it's you were preparing your lunch or your picnic. You were preparing your lunch. Very good. Then what happened next? So we packed everything, we took the car, we drove to the woods, and we started eating. Yeah, we were eating, right? Okay, we were eating. So you're gonna say, you were eating. You were eating. Yes, we were eating, everything was fun, we were having a good time, and then problems started to happen. I'm not pointing my finger at anyone. So what happened? Bees or wasps, I think it's actually more correct. Wasps started to happen. Wasps bothered our picnic, our lunch, and they stung me. They stung me, yes. And it was itchy and I was scratching. So wasps stung you, right? Because you are talking to me. So you're gonna say, you Wasps stung you. Wasps stung you. Wasps stung you. Okay, and what happened next? Another gentleman, another charming visitor came. Yes. I know you were not trying to scare us, but you look very scary, you have to understand, right guys? He looks scary. No? You're not scared? That's because you're very brave. I was shaking, I was so scared and frightened. Frightened, yeah? But anyway, okay, so then the dinosaur came. The dinosaur scared Gael and Olivia. The dinosaur scared you, right? So if you're talking to me, you can say, the dinosaur scared you. The dinosaur scared you. Okay, and so what happened next? Lots of running. Lots and lots and lots of running. Yes? Yes, lots of running. So Olivia was running. She was running a lot. Okay, and then next what happened? We got reunited. We got reunited because Olivia found me. So you're gonna say, Olivia found you. Olivia found you. Olivia found you. She found you. She found you. Okay, and so that was all really nice. We packed our stuff. We went back to the car. We were hoping to go back home and rest. And then the last of our problems. The car wouldn't start. The car wouldn't start because we were out of gas. So say, you were out of gas. You were out of gas. You were out of gas. Okay? And so then, what happened next? Yes, Olivia rode her bike. She rode her bike all the way to Canada and all the way back to get some gas and fill up the tank. Yeah, fill the gas tank. So she filled the gas tank. She filled the gas tank. She filled, pronounce the D, right? She filled the gas tank. And last but not least, we could drive back home. We drove back home. Everything was fixed and we were able to go back home. Say, you drove back home. You drove back home. You drove back home. Okay, everything is in the right order, correct? Yes, okay, well, thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.